You ready?
I am rolling. Like the elementary school down the street. Wow. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Desi Rains. It's episode 3 of the Wild Bible podcast. You know? Look, man, what you're, if anything, what you're witnessing right now, at least for these 3 episodes, is obedience. All right? This is what I believe. This is what I believe I heard. But that man, I think Tim Ross said the best way to know if the Lord is telling you to do something, try it and see. So if this is it, then we'll know. At least by this episode. And all these are filmed in one day. So if you've commented on anything so far, I've read nothing. Because the day hasn't changed for me. But, you know, probably by episode 4, we will have responses to you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you here still, then what's up? Welcome in. If you're new here, what up? Welcome in. It's your boy Desi Rains. I am a singer, a songwriter. I love Jesus. I'm a husband. I'm a father. Come on. I'm a brother. I gotta be a better one. I'm a son. I'm trying to be better at that too. I'm a cousin. I don't know where I'm at with that. I'm God's child. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. We here, baby. Let's go. We here. Wow, Bible. The Bible Untamed. What we're trying to do here is just read the Bible together. Literally, that's all we're about to do. I'm about to read chapter 3 for episode 3, you know, and talk about what I think. or just read it and then let it be. I guess I want to be able to respond to y'all's things. So maybe we'll drop these 3 and then see what the responses are and if there are any like thought-provoking things or questions or comments or concerns or critiques, whatever. You know, we'll build a community here. You know what I mean? But the goal is just to read the Bible together. I'm going 1 chapter per episode. 3rd episode, chapter 3 of Genesis. This is what many would call, well, all would call the fall. You know what I'm saying? This is the chapter where it all goes to poop for humanity. All right? That's what it is. All right. The man and woman sin. Chapter 3 of Genesis. Here we go. Again, we are reading the NLT, the New Living Translation, the NILT. I just feel like it's one of the better versions of translations that speak to me in my language, like in layman's terms for me. Having graduated at these thousand, this is my first time through the Bible. You feel me? So just, work with me. Anyway. Chapter 3, NLT, Genesis chapter 3. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" Of course we may eat the tree. No, this is the woman. I gotta switch it up. Hold on. Of course we may eat the fruit from the trees of the garden, the woman replied. It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die. You won't die, the serpent replied to the woman. God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too. At that moment, their eyes were opened, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. So they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. When the cool evening breezes were blowing, the man and his wife heard the Lord God walking about in the garden. So they hid from the Lord God among the trees. Then the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He replied, I heard you walking in the garden, so, I hid. I was afraid because I was naked. Who told you that you were naked? The Lord God asked. Have you eaten from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat? The man replied, it was the woman you gave me who gave me the fruit, and I ate it. I'm going crazy. Anyway. Then the Lord God asked the woman, what have you done? The serpent deceived me, she replied. That's why I ate it. Then the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all animals, domestic and wild. You will crawl on your belly, groveling in the dust as long as you live. And I will cause hostility between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. And to the man he said, since you listened to your wife and ate from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat, the ground is cursed because of you. All your life you will struggle to scratch a living from it. It will grow thorns and thistles for you, though you will eat of its grains. By the sweat of your brow you will have food to eat, until you return to the ground from which you were made. For you were made from dust, and to dust you will return. Then the man, Adam, named his wife Eve, because she would be the mother of all who live. And the Lord God made clothing from animal skins for Adam and his wife. Then the Lord God said, look, hold on, gotta straighten up. Then the Lord God said, look, the human beings have become like us, knowing both good and evil. What if they reach out, take the fruit from the tree of life and eat it? Then they will live forever. So the Lord God banished them from the Garden of Eden, and he sent Adam out to cultivate the ground from which he had been made. After sending them out, the Lord God stationed mighty cherubim to the east of the Garden of Eden, and he placed a flaming sword that flashed back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. Oh, shoot. The next chapter is Cain and Abel. Lord. All right, so we getting somewhere. Okay. So first things first. Men been blaming women since the beginning, ain't it? Listen, the men, listen. That man Adam's reply was, no, Lord, it was the woman you gave me that made me eat of this fruit that you told us. She told me that you said something different, so I listened to her. That man was wild. Thought it was interesting that the serpent didn't lie necessarily, but he misled. He misled. And now reading back through it, I'm wondering if it's like Adam never communicated with homegirl. No, she seemed to have known the rules, so it was communicated to her. Maybe he should have just like tossed the fruit. Like, no, woman, it's not what we doing. It's not what we doing. Hey, Lord. And then went to the Lord like, Lord, listen, we done messed up. My bad. You know, I don't know. But I thought it was interesting that the man's first, Adam's first inclination was to point fingers instead of taking the responsibility. Covenant was made with him after all. And God made that clear. He said, and then he said to the man, since you listen to your wife and not me and ate from that tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat, the ground is cursed because of you, whose fruit I commanded you not to eat. He was very specific. He said, listen, I told you not to do that. So because you listen to your wife and not me, you out of here. Yeah, this is crazy. I think this is around the time, I think Cain and Abel was kind of wild too, although we're going to get there. Yeah, like I say, around chapter 15 is where it got. Like, I think chapter 15. We're going to see when we get there, and I'll probably go through it too. And just like, chapter 4 might be a whole nother thing for us, okay? We never know. Or not chapter 4, because how many we doing? We're doing 3 more? 4 more. 3 more after this. Right. So this is the first one of the second one? Yeah. So we're doing the second one and then 2 more after that? Yeah. All right. 2 more. 7 more. Okay. So episode 7, y'all gonna get a lot more insight. But just ride with me for these first 6 episodes. And we just gonna fly off the cuff. Basically, we reading, we discuss, we move on. That is it. That's all we doing. Please leave me in the comments what you feel about the fall of man, chapter 3 of Genesis. I thought it was an interesting read to see how the woman was deceived, to see how the enemy uses his tactics. I got a mentor say the way things are done in Genesis is the way the Lord is the way everybody is, basically. Like the Lord is never changing, and the enemy doesn't necessarily change. It never really changes his tactics from the beginning. He comes about it the same way he came at Adam, the same way he came at Eve. It's the same way he came at Jesus. It's the same way he gonna come at us. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is the blueprint of. This is the foundation of everything that we about to get into in the Bible. So, yeah, I think we about to start revving up. So I'm excited to keep going. It's been Wild Bible. Episode 4, chapter 4. I'm out.